In 1965, Associated-Rediffusion television broadcast a 6-part science fiction serial on ITV, Object Zed. It aired in a tea time slot, a children's-oriented time slot, but the story was weighty, political, and full of peril. A large mysterious object heads towards Earth, and not everyone agrees what to do. Object Zed was written by Chris McMaster, a writer experienced in crafting tension and suspense for British television. By the mid-1960s, McMaster applied the same plotting expertise to Object Zed, moving from crime thrillers to science fiction while keeping a focus on character interaction and moral dilemmas. The series was directed by Daphne Shadwell and produced by Rediffusion for ITV, created to reach a family audience while exploring broader ethical and political questions. Scientists, led by Professor Ramsey, played by Ralph Nosek, detect a massive object on a collision course with Earth.
It isn't a nova.
What? It isn't a nova, sir.
What do you mean?
Look at that. September the 10th, nothing.
Yeah?
September the 15th, it's there.
Yes?
September the 25th.
Now look at that.
Good heavens.
As panic spreads, governments act. The UK, USA and USSR cooperate to build a rocket armed with a nuclear warhead to stop or divert the threat. Reporting on the crisis, we have journalist Peter Barry and his assistant Diana Winters, played by Trevor Bannister and Celia Bannerman. Into this turmoil steps Keeler, a far-right populist figure who sees the emergency as his opportunity, stirring fear, but also challenging what the scientists are doing. The 6 episodes trace the development of the rocket plan, heated political debate, and the mounting moral cost. Scientists and governments argue over whether to be truthful, who deserves protection, and whether the crisis justifies extraordinary action. Keeler's rhetoric about power and fear runs alongside the scientist's strategy, 2 very different visions of how humanity should respond. So in the final episode there is a dramatic twist which I'm not going to reveal here because this is available on a BFI Blu-ray that's only come out a month or so ago, and it's about 20 quid and it's well worth getting. It's very well packaged, it's very well restored. This is not an advert channel, so I'm going to stop there, but I'm not going to give you the spoiler. So to get back on track, the show was broadcast Tuesday afternoons, about 5:30 to 6. It was recorded largely as live in studio. Special effects are minimal and stock footage is used for exteriors. Though in a children's slot, its themes were complex, government ethics and collective decision making all becoming prominent plot points. And all 6 original episodes survive thanks to telerecordings preserved from the Rediffusion archive. A sequel, Object Zed Returns, aired in '66, but those episodes are believed to have been wiped. Today, Object Zed remains a fascinating piece of 1960s archival television, a picture of anxiety and idealism, where scientific ambition and political fear collide. And it reminds us of a time when television could explore real moral questions under the guise of science fiction. It's not simply about an object in space, it's about who gets to decide what the world should fear and why. Even decades later, its story stands as a record of a moment when the future felt very fragile and very human. And that's all on Object Z, so thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I will be back quite soon with something else. Bye.